close here to San Pedro River. Hi everyone. Is anyone with us yet? Do we have folks on?
We have nobody on yet.
You can see the icon in the little corner.
Yes,
Corner.
it has 0.
Okay.
1.5 miles.
Great. Well, then we can just hang out until we see people coming on. And we're crossing over a little dry channel here.
We'll be looking for Greyhound.
We have 2 people on now.
All right, is it a left?
It will be a left.
Folks joining us, we are making the final drive here to Greyhawk Nature Center. So hopefully you don't get car sick watching this.
We're at this many.
We can see the San Pedro River is to our left. We're going to be dropping down in there. Can't wait to see the water. Is Lauren on? Lauren, if you're on, can you chat? I think Dave can see the chat.
We have 6 people watching, 8 people watching.
Welcome, folks. We are getting really close to the Greyhawk Nature Center. This will be my first time there.
Oh, I see. This might be it.
It's coming up. There's a trailhead. No, it's not a trailhead.
Lauren is on. Yes, I am here.
Okay. How about this? What is it called?
Greyhawk Lane.
All right, we're going on Greyhawk Lane. You can see the straight ahead, the riparian area, all the cottonwoods. Okay. Now you all get to experience my driving. I'm sorry.
It's an adventure, right?
Yes. And I've got some family with me. Thank goodness. Dave and Miss. Family coming down from Wyoming. All right, am I keeping to the right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
They're helping out today, filming, and they've got some beaver experience, some beavers on their own property up in Wyoming, so it's
A
gonna be really
family
fun.
of 4. We're so proud.
So we're not sure if Steve is there yet. Steve and Martin, who is bringing the beaver down from Sedona area, should be, maybe he's gotten there already. We'll see. We're running a little behind schedule right now. And I think Dave should be able to see the chat. If folks have questions, you can try to communicate them. We'll see what we can do. Okay. Little bumpy here. So Greyhawk Nature Center, as far as I know, is a place the public can come visit. So maybe a future visit for folks.
Connected again.
Okay. So hopefully this
Our audio's working, but not.
No.
Dave and Miss.
Okay, everybody disconnected. One nice to meet you. Everybody away from the beaver. Everybody away from the beaver.
for
got some
posterity.
folks watching. We're on YouTube right now.
All I did was say yes for Trevor Hill. He shows up, he's gonna die. Who are you guys?
Oh, I'm Lisa Shipback with Watershed
Yeah.
Management.
Yes, Melissa
Miss and Dave.
Shipback
They're
and Dave.
family
All
with
from
me.
Watershed Management.
Yeah.
Yes.
Steve Merkley's showing up too. My sponsor can't make it. So, Steve, and talk for Beaver. Tell us where and how and why this beaver is now coming to the banks of my backyard.
Well, the homeowner that lives on Oak Creek, right where it runs the suburban, had a problem with the beaver taking out a large cottonwood tree. They had a select number of cottonwood trees, so beaver picked the wrong one. Give the mob a pitchfork, and they'll do just about anything if you don't offer them a red meat. So you do not want to sell.
37 years as a one-woman dictatorship. And it is first and foremost, listen, as Grandma just called it, it is first and foremost a wildlife refuge. We discourage exotic and we welcome the natives, especially beavers. That is a nice looking one right there. Let's take that off right there and leave that one. Get that one off right there. So what we're going to do is the beaver is going into this big pond. And during the height of the beaver reintroduction, which began in 1991, it was a collaboration between Arizona Game and Fish Department and the Bureau of Land Management. And they captured bad beavers, just like Stephen just captured, who were doing naughty things, or at least naughty to the homeowners. And the first two they captured, the first one weighed 100 pounds. He was a big bad beaver from Yuma, named him Big Yuma. All of the beavers, and I believe there were either 15 or 17, no more than 20, that's for sure. They were all captured over about a 2-year period. They were ear tagged. A lot of them had telemetry placed in their abdominal cavities, and they were all released over the course of that, release time. They tried to release them as soon after capture as possible, because this poor beaver has lost how many pounds?
At least 10.
At least 10 pounds, because they don't handle being cooped up in little tiny cages like that. If you see really good beaver exhibits, the Phoenix Zoo, the Desert Museum, they have Beaver Paradise, which is about where we're going to drop this guy. So during the height of the beaver reintroduction, this was a huge beaver pond. There was a half a mile of dams and pond here. The beavers have we had a real meteoric rise. Now the populations have dropped off. So this is a very welcome beaver for the backyard. And there are plenty of trees for said beaver. So we're gonna go get a couple of these little fluffies. So what we're doing here is cutting willows for the beaver.
Should have brought some pruners. Stephen, how did the transport go?
It's been fine since we headed this way.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
It made it this far, but it's just a hard week on it.
Yeah. What day did you capture it?
Late last week.
Okay, so it's been a week.
Yeah, we've been trying to find a place.
Okay, okay.
I'm glad we got the right connection. But the next one, I do think we would do 4 hours.
Great. Well, if there's a second one there,
Right, that would be the plan.
we could
Quick transition.
move it a lot quicker.
Right.
Okay. Huh. I'm Lisa.
I'm Keith.
Oh, Keith, thanks for coming. You got to help move the cage.
Yeah, that's right.
Give me information. And I did talk to Sandy in the past.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good. So you made that connection.
it was
Beautiful down here.
it is. This is an excellent place. It's already deep enough.
I'm gonna go, and I've got the case for the saw. And then we're gonna put that over here, right, and put the beaver right on top of it.
Yeah, this is a great place.
Sandy, Trevor couldn't make it out today.
So it's just me and Steve and the
Yeah, we've also got Steve
The other
and,
two are
you know,
what you really
Merkley,
wanted to
right? Yeah. For a long while, I had him associated with you
Eager.
guys. And then
Talks about all the
finally,
benefits
once they
and
step
then the
into the inner
relocation,
circle, then I
pluses and
realized, oh my
minuses
gosh, this is
and
the new Cochise College
how it's
dude.
working out.
Because I had a really good working
And then the
relationship
other one
with
is a
his
lady who
predecessor
watched
as
one beaver
Prentice.
family in a
We
pond
did
for
all
4
kinds of
years
projects out here.
and
He
got
was my
real
go-to
personal
guy
with
for
it. Maybe a
identifying
little too
stuff.
personal maybe,
You
but
know, he's their
he
aquatic
gave her a lot of
conversion
insight.
expert.
The other lady didn't know what a beaver was.
So,
until she was
this is
40.
private property we're putting this beaver
And
on. This is actually Robin
Didn't plan to
Silver's
take them in as
private
orphans, but
75
eventually had a swimming
acres.
pool
And he
downstairs
wants
for
the
'em
world to
and
know
raised a
that
lot
this
of
is
'em
what
and
we need to
they
do to
came
protect
up and
these
made 'em
riparian areas. And we've got to deal with the
but
overdraft.
maybe a little
We
too much
literally have to. What
anthropomorphizing,
we got here,
but
you know these two?
a lot of insight. And it's
Oh, that's Ron and Renell,
it's
right?
hard to get the book
Yes,
anymore,
hi,
but
Ron
I just looked
Renell.
on Amazon, you can buy it
Can I
for
help
about
with
$40, but
We're gonna coat
people
beaver
share it.
food
So
over
it's
there to
really,
the beaver
that
spot.
one's
What
called
we
Beaver
mostly
Sprite,
wanna
the other
do
one's
is
really
give
fun.
this beaver some space, and so my
if you have
guess
an
is
email address,
that
I
if we
could
let it
email
calm
you
down, sitting over there in the nice little shade, that when we let it out, it's gonna swim around, it's probably gonna, you know, not just head for the cotton picking Beaver Hills.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of
This is double
appreciation.
duty. So everybody, this is Mike, and that is Sandy, the GCU. They are my live-in ranch hand, work camper helpers, chief cooks, and move heavy shit around the ranch people. And so please be extra nice to them. This is Renell and Ron Stewart, shakers and movers for Friends of the San Pedro and great lovers of beavers. They were here for the last beaver release on Greyhawk. So somebody who has more of a need than I do and wants to be helpful, there you go. He's been volunteering all morning, we served him right. So, yeah, so we're gonna bring the beaver food over this way.
I'm so glad that Sandy is a beaver expert. This really helps with the release.
We're going this direction. Everybody come on in. So Steve is the catcher of the beaver here, you guys. And so, did you catch this beaver in the thing it's in, or how did you catch it?
Yes, it was a
Okay, so you caught it in a live trap, off the bank.
right.
It was not a water set.
No.
So, and how many beavers have you caught in your critter control career?
Here in Arizona, that would be my first, but I've been doing this for 17 years since I graduated from NAU. And so I've worked all over the U.S. So we used to catch a lot more of them in South Carolina and
Who
Texas.
were you working for? Please don't tell me it was Wildlife Services. I might have to like pin
No,
you
no,
to
I've
that
always
tree.
been in the private.
Okay,
Always been
good,
private.
good.
Yeah,
I won't have to beat you within an inch of your life.
No, no.
Needless to say, I do not like Wildlife Services, guys. They murder a lot of animals. Private people who are responsible are who we need looking out for things like this. Instead of just catching it and whacking it, he has gone above and beyond to find this poor beaver a home. So we're going to bring the beaver food over here.
Hi. I'm Lisa. My daughter's Good morning.
With the butt to the bank. It's right in there. We're going to put the beaver right here. So move it over just a little bit, Steve, so it's underneath. No, the other way, to your right. There you go, perfect. We're going to let that beast go right here. We're going to set that carrier right here. And some industrial person can get rid of some of this.
Doctor, looking at.
Okay. I think we have one other person showing up to this party that I know of.
Steve.
Our truck out. I'm going to take our truck, go back up. We're going to release him right there on the riverbank where he's going to plop into this pond. And not this summer, but last summer in August, September, there were two beavers living right in there. They have a den, and they just set cameras. There's a camera right there, and a camera right up in there, and there were mountain lion tracks, fresh ones down there. I kind of blame mountain lions learning to hunt beavers for the fact that we don't have a lot of beavers anymore. But that's just my opinion on this. Okay, and here I think we have our Who is that? It'd be nice if I don't have to go back up and fetch anybody. So you guys, no one else is coming from.
Nope, we're good. So that's Steve and, well, someone else too.
He was going to bring wife and child.
Okay, or you guys can come.
Okay, let's do the meet and greet with Steve, and then.
If I were a beaver, I'd want to live here.
Me too. This is great. All the willow is what really surprised me.
And Keith,
Done a great
let's
job.
put my stick right here along with the saw. Along with, yeah, just right here. No, wait.
Lucky, yeah, right. Lucky the beaver, right?
Okay, gather up wife and child. Beaver's over there chilling out. We have audience of
Just connections through staff.
the last holdout.
Yeah.
He's connected to everyone.
Sure. Okay. No, the work that they've done over, in the Chiricahua is just amazing. I've seen, I've been going into the Chiricahua backpacking stuff since I was a kid, 30 plus years, and the change that I've seen just in the area that they've done their work around their ranch house and stuff, it's mind blowing. And people don't realize it because they only see what there's now. And I'm like, just the diversity in wildlife and the fact that you take water and you slow it down and spread it out, then for wildlife, and that's my feeling. It's all about reducing predation then. Like she's talking about beavers. If there's 50 beavers living all spread out along this creek, the mountain lions don't get as the percentage of the population.
Yeah, so if we, our idea is really to better understand how many beavers are being trapped and potentially
Liz and Wayne, come on over. In fact, can everybody except the beaver hauling crew come over into here?
Better genetic, more genetic diversity.
The audience over here. Everybody over here.
I've only got a few calls.
And the beaver carriers, go get the beaver. And if anybody wants a relief, we have some young and strongs that just showed up. Yes, go, Steve, can you take Sandy's spot? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Or Lisa, doesn't matter. Get Lisa over there.
Okay,
Get somebody over there. Hand on Wayne all the time. Now, you guys, come on up, back up in here. You got the sun over your shoulder right here. We more or less cleared the spot. The beaver is going to get set right here, and we're going to open that cage, and the beaver hopefully is going to walk down there. We gave him all kinds of roll right there that he can bump right into, and this is a nice big beaver pond. So once the beaver gets here, we're just going to open this cage, and hopefully out said beaver will water.
Hopefully he hangs around, right?
Yeah, the last one hung around for a couple of months, and we had beavers in here last summer. They stayed for a couple of months. They came in on the one flood flow that we really had last summer. They rode it in, and they stayed here, but this is a big, deep linear pool. Unfortunately, I think this is going to, if the beaver does stay, we were about to set turtle traps in here and trap sawtail findings and tag them all week with the wildland study group I have coming in this afternoon. And so the beaver might take precedence over us setting the turtle traps in there. We'll see.
Do we know if it's a male or female?
No, and I'm sure as heck not going to lift its tail up and look, but we'll let you put your hand in there if you want.
I don't know how to sex them. I think you gotta.
No, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, you look at it for right. I am not about to do that. There have been beaver-caused human death before. They have managed to slash several arteries. There was a beaver that attacked somebody in San Pedro and actually came right at him and cut a leg vein, and this guy bled out. I give things like that a wide berth. Things like that with those kinds of people.
I don't think for them though. They gotta show the young guys. I have a kid in college and they're like,
Perfectly good backyard habitat on the verge where it runs the egg. So they didn't want their cockroaches chopped down. I said they never heard of wire. So at least this guy, Critter Control C, he did probably will. Let's put it right here, guys. We're sitting on sand. Oh. Put it right here and point it right that direction. All right. Everybody can be on both sides here. Which side opens up?
this
Side, yeah, just point the side, back him up this way, wait, give him a bit of land there, don't let him just jump right in. After all, we have an audience, we gotta get something out of this beaver, right to the field guy.
Each knows one.
Yeah, I know, okay. Now, everybody back off and get quiet, let me have the rebar. Back off here, everybody get quiet, we're gonna let Stephen open it up. Now everybody should be where they want to be, because the more you're moving around, the more it's just going to go for water. There you go, dude. Looky there. Looky there. Now you got some
Oh boy. Away we go.
that beaver's yard.
Yeah.
Your indication of why he might
The odor, and some of when we first caught him and he was startled, some of the excretion. They say there's a color related to that.
Okay.
You know, I just
There's
from
no
the one.
external genitalia.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, it's part of his behavior too, the way he was acting, where we put him and stuff. He had to explore what the yeah. He's trying to figure out what it is. He's bouncing off the bottom. You can see his little feet hitting it.
And leaving a mud trail too.
He's like, where can I go? I got to get away from all these people.
Yeah, right. Well, it's interesting. It's been beaver here before, and they were living here, so.
He's gonna find that hole. It won't take him long.
Yeah.
He'll find the hole.
It's just amazing. The more you read about what they do and see what they do. He's been up that little
He's
town.
coming this way right here.
I remember that town.
He's just getting his bearings back. I mean, it'd be like somebody knocked you out and kept you in a cell for a little bit. And it's like, I got to get my bearings back. I got to learn to swim again. I got to get.
It's all new territory.
Yeah.
There he is over here. That's,
Oh, there he is.
That's interesting. I wonder if he can maybe detect. No.
I'm sure he can smell where those other ones have gone.
He's behaving real well.
Yeah, he's acting healthy. He's not laying on the beach or something, which would frighten me terribly.
I'm so glad we were able to make a fast connection.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Fighting.
He's got it good.
Private property, so. Yeah. BLM was
I
fine.
didn't know they
He's made his escape now. Somewhere.
He's still stirring up dirt right here.
Is he still?
Him and he just wasn't.
Hey guys, I think we ought to leave the beaver to his beaver devices.
Come back up.
He's got a nice big pond, he's got
Yes,
lots
yeah.
of
I tried sweet potato and
We
apple.
can all
He
caught
did eat like
beavers
half
in
an
the
apple,
yard.
but that's not. I mean, I could just see like daily.
Yeah.
Like,
And we
submerge
will
them in water,
monitor
you
the
know, like
beaver, and if
let them all
anybody
live in there
emails
like
us,
all
we'll
day
give
and
you
just
an
try to
update.
keep it going. You know, you figure they an aquatic animal, they probably lose a lot through just air, air contact. They really need it. Yeah, honestly, it might be easier
I like that. Good name.
Steve the Beaver.
I've known a lot of Steves.
You're getting a namesake.
Uh-oh. There's
Sandy
also a
wants
rope
to
on
name the Beaver Steve.
Beaver Steve. That rope might be easier on your hands too. It's a loop there. It'll... Yes, that's just garbage. Yeah. Thank you. I will leave that behind.
We're gonna keep going live stream for a bit longer. Chat with the folks. I think we're gonna move away from the pond just to give a little quiet to the Beaver. I don't know if you're tracking if any questions have been coming in. Probably too hard.
Most of it was all, it was awesome to watch. And there's only 8 people. It was up to 22.
Cool.
Here's a.
So I think there's just a few people left on the streaming, but we will have this available on YouTube after the fact. So he's going to be keeping it. So that might be happening next week. We're not sure, but we'll definitely be keeping everyone updated on that. But what a privilege to come and see this today. Get back in the water again. See what we can hear from the others who are here. If you want to go follow them, I'm going to grab my stuff.
Okay.
Getting the full tour here. I want to chat with Steve a little if he's able to stay for a few minutes.
Because I took a lot of that in college. We radio caller and tracked a lot of stuff. In fact, I spent that summer. So I worked for the Ecological Restoration Institute. Do you know who that is? They're out of NAU, and they work on restoring natural fire regimes in ponderosa pine forest. Now they're also working in juniper forest and stuff. But the idea is we've suppressed fire, we've overgrazed. You know the story, right? So you get the fire back in, which is low intensity instead of these high intensity fires, and better for wildlife and all that kind of stuff. So we had radio collared, sounds hilarious, a bunch of deer mice up on Mount Trumbull, which is way up by the Utah border. And these little deer mice, and we would track them all night to see how far they'd go. And then of course we had different plots we had control and treated and non-treated, and you know, it's pretty interesting to track these little mice around. Oh, there he is! A mouse running along, you know, you're like got a radio collar. Yeah, they're tiny, tiny chips, and they only last, I think, is like 6 months for their life expectancy on the chip. You know, so we radio collared him, but it was funny. You run around in the middle of the night, you know, and I think we started at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night and got off at like 4 in the morning. All night long.
Busy.
Chasing all these little mice around.
Schedule.
Yeah, you got to go in there active. So, and then we did a big skunk. I helped with a skunk project in Flagstaff. They were trying to figure out how big a skunk home range was because they were looking at the time. I don't know if they ended up doing it, but oral rabies vaccine. Trying to get the skunks to come to an area, and they're like, how many drop spots do we have to have where the skunks will feed on it, and then we can help mitigate the spread of rabies. So
That's been a breakthrough, having oral rabies vaccine.
is it working?
Seems to be, yeah.
This was
back
back-
east, raccoons, you know, was a big, they're the big carrier back
Right.
there. I don't know why different species, different areas, but
Just density in northern
Probably
Arizona.
density,
It's skunks.
yeah.
Without
Yeah.
possums, the skunks fill the two voids. They fill the both the possum and the
Right.
skunk void in the environment, the niche, I guess you'd say.
Stephen, please stay in touch about if there's a second beaver
Yeah,
out there.
absolutely. We'll get it. We'll make a quicker transport now that we have connection.
yeah.
And I do have, we just got these hats literally yesterday. If you want a hat, or we have mugs, I would love to give you. I would love
That's
to give
great.
you.
I will wear a hat.
Okay. Yay. Because, I mean, ultimately, you're the one who saved this beaver, so
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
That's awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Took a lot of patience to keep hanging on to them for a whole
I know.
weekend.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
sad.
Well, you know, when you spend a whole career doing it, you see enough that you know there's some things that you're able to invest a lot more time in.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons I used to work for corporate. I spent 15, 16 years with corporate, building branches all over the U.S. And then when I bought the franchise in northern Arizona, going back home, the idea was to be able to invest time in the things I wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
So, and the methods I wanted to. So we've changed a lot of what used to be done with. I was telling the skunk trapping. You know, everybody go, oh, I got a skunk in my yard. Well, I'll catch this one and catch the next one and catch 20, 30. Like, where are you gonna stop? Like,
right,
and then next
exactly.
year you got more. It's like
Right.
this is pointless.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of one-way doors, which allow the skunks to exit from whatever they're hiding. I mean, skunks are very tied to wherever they live. People think, oh, they're set, you know, protection. That really is a last resort. They really need somewhere to hide and jump into. So they'll have in a neighborhood, they'll have a dozen places to live. So we work on, hey, if you don't want skunks under your house, we need to seal up your home properly. And if you don't want them in your yard, we need to build a fence or whatever to seal up. So we do a lot of that, and then the skunks are still in the neighborhood and they can go without, you know, back into their thing. But then you don't transport a skunk that has a disease somewhere else. You
No.
know, where
Just make the problem.
yeah, you just
Somebody
multiply it,
else around
or
the
you know, or the other option, of course, is euthanization. So,
Yeah.
so yeah, we've been able to do the skunk one has been a big one for us, and then of course things like the beaver and then the javelina, where we're able to transport them. You know, so
When I buy trap skunks, I'm about 50-50 on ones that release. I can just gently put something over the
you know, you gotta start with wrap like this.
Yeah.
Wrap first,
That's
before you,
best.
yeah. Then they're already safe in there, and they feel safe. And it's funny, but if you will talk to a skunk, calm, quiet, it actually works. Yeah. Once they're out of the trap, you know, unless you're advancing on them, they're gonna run off. You know, take their time.
My brother and I went to one of the schoolhouse back in the day. We walked through the field on a skunk. And my brother says, well, here, if you hold their tail down, they can't spray. That might be true. But he was trying to hold it down with a stick, and of course the skunk moves. And
No.
we got the day off.
Yes, I bet you did. We got a week off.
Yeah. Just, my mother came home
And I just
later
heard a
that
little
day.
bit about the
Where have you
group
been?
But yeah,
Not in
we're on
school.
to meet.
Nope,
More about
nope.
your priorities.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, work on this beaver stuff together. 'Cause we need as many supporters.
Well, and see, that's part of the problem, like I was telling, somebody else in the group here, that when you guys came down to do the survey, a lot of our volunteers are, like myself, a little bit older, not
Yeah.
quite capable of doing that, you know, trough
there you go. I got my beaver hat now.
Yes.
It's a different kind of beaver hat.
It looks great.
It looks very good on
It
you.
is. It's good stuff.
But yeah, I think we could really learn a lot, and we can be a resource for you
Okay,
guys as
that
well.
would be great.
Because we have
Yes.
a lot of other activities as well that you might be able to help us with.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll try to set up a meeting.
Okay.
Are you down in this area very often? Or?
I mean, Tucson's not that far away, so.
It's not exactly.
Yeah, I would say like quarterly, maybe, and every few months I'm down here.
Right,
But I mean, we can arrange it.
Okay.
And I mean, any excuse to come down along the San Pedro.
Yeah,
Right?
we need to check on Steve down here, right? So,
Yes, maybe we can reunite down here to see it. Yeah, Steve's
exactly. Yeah, we don't know where JB ended up, but that's why I said if we had some kind of a trip
tracker,
or whatever,
yeah.
that we
See
could
where they go.
follow it up. Maybe we might not want to hurt if Mountain Lion ended up getting him, but unfortunately.
That's
But
still a
it's
better
good.
outcome than
Yeah.
being euthanized or or someone harming it in its natural setting.
Yeah.
I'd rather feed a mountain lion.
Well, I want to go thank Sandy.
Yes, let's go back.
So
Where all your organization work? Does it work
So-
just in southern Arizona?
mostly we're based in Tucson.
Okay.
We do some work in the Phoenix area. I was up in along the Verde not too long ago. So occasionally we're up along the Verde.
Like Fossil Creek and stuff?
We've mostly done green stormwater infrastructure
Okay.
projects up there. We haven't done as much with the rivers. I mean, there's Friends of the Verde who are there, so.
Right.
But on occasion we're in northern Arizona. But yeah, I mean, it would be good to stay connected on this because with this beavers, we have released the beavers. A big part of this campaign is education.
Sure.
So anything we can do to help, get more people in favor of beavers
Right.
is the goal. So yeah.
You guys work with other stuff, like with the rock dams and
Yeah, doing the
building
one rock dam.
infrastructure and stuff?
Yeah. So it was at the contact, so you reached out to Valera, because
Valera.
Valera reached out to me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen what they've done in
Uh-huh.
the Chiricahuas and just been
Yeah,
shocked by the results they've had over a long time.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's what some of our staff are out working on. A lot more people would have loved to be here with Watershed Management Group, but they're all out doing projects today. So,
That's good.
Yeah.
I think kept Sandy's sanity a little better that way.
Right, I know. I think
Everybody showing up.
we didn't
Doesn't
want
even know
too
that
many
you're
people.
No,
Alright.
I think she loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's
Alright,
great.
let's go say thanks for this. Bye, Judy.